Hey guys, welcome to another video. If you can tell from the title, we're going to be talking about platinum and how you can go about and obtain some good plat for yourself for free in the game, and hopefully help you guys make your own plat so you can buy all the things that you need. Okay, not to waste any time, let's just get straight into the video. So there are a variety of different ways on how you can actually get platinum in the game. You can do it through trade chat, trading prime parts, mods, and a variety of different things. But I'm going to go over my personal best way of making plat, my go-to method actually to go making plat in the Warframe. And I've been doing this for quite a while with steady plat in my account. So I think this is really good for both beginner players, endgame players, and anyone in between to actually pick up this method and start going in and making plat. So if you can tell from my ship here, my Doma zone here and here and here, if you have a keen eye, you probably gonna know where we're gonna be going to be farming to get this plat and what we're gonna be getting, right? But for those who don't know or are a bit more new, let me explain. So the way I make my plat is by farming and selling galvanized mods. And for those who already know that, then great, you already know where to go and farm and pick up these mods, and you can probably skip to a later part of the video where I'm going to explain how much I sell them and how much you can expect to make and all sorts. But for those who are unaware and don't know what galvanized mods are or where to even go to farm them, let me explain. Galvanized mods are mods in the game that you can get through the arbitration missions. Arbitration missions are the missions that you see on your alerts on the top, and they typically are a survival type based mission, meaning like you're probably doing missions like defense, survival, excavations, those type of missions which doesn't really have an end to it, right? So when you jump into one of these missions you would just do the mission as normal, but then you'll get these little arbitration bots that spawn. These little arbitration bots will spawn quite frequently, but when you kill them, they actually have a 7% chance to drop one of these essences, which you are going to use as currency to buy these mods. And trust me, that 7% chance of them dropping, you're gonna feel it. But I have a little bonus tip at the end to help you guys actually get more of those vital essences later. But for now, that's what you need to know. So you jump into one of these arbitration missions and you just go through the mission as normal. And when you see one of these arbitration bots, just make sure you focus them and kill them as normal. Just a little note, you can't kill these bots with your Warframe abilities. They're actually immune to your Warframe abilities. So the way to kill them is by just gunning them down like normal, because when they're around enemies, they will make your enemies immune as well. So it's just really kind of important to just focus the bots so you don't get done down and you can try to get a chance of the essence dropping. Okay, cool. So when you start playing these missions and you start to farm up some of these essences, where do you actually go to get the mods? When you're farming the essences and you've got a good healthy amount and you're ready to go actually buy your stuff now, where you typically go is you go to a relay, doesn't matter what relay, and then once you're in the relay, you'll just fast travel to the arbitration. And once you fast travel to the arbitration, there'll be two guys, one on the right that just hands in the syndicates, and the guy on the left, which is the most important guy, where you're going to be buying the mods and some other items. So when you go into the arbitration honors, you'll scroll down and you'll see these mods here. These are the galvanized mods. So they typically cost about 20 essences per mod. So as you can tell, when you're in the mission and you're farming and you don't have anything on you, you're going to be picking up these essences one at a time. So with that drop chance, you can kind of see that it may be quite of a grind for you to actually be obtaining these mods, which is actually kind of a good thing, which is annoying for us who are grinding it, but a good thing for us for when we're selling it. We'll get to that later. So each of these mods cost about 20 essences for you to actually buy a singular one, and that's how you guys can obtain them. Typically, just saying where I am selling, I typically find myself selling more rifle galvanized mods than pistol and melee, but again, that's just me, and you can find a variety of different people selling and buying all different types of ones, right? All right, cool. So let me get into some tips for you guys that now know where to go to farm these mods, where to go to get mission to play, where to buy the mods, and how to get them, right? So some tips. Like I said, when you're playing the arbitration mission, you're going to be getting per drop 1 essence at a time, which is quite damn slow. You may get lucky when you complete a rotation. You have a chance of actually getting 3 essences from just completing a round, but you can either get essences, maybe some arcanes, and some endo or sculptures, which are actually super useful. So why do I say that this is kind of my best farm? Because this farm can actually pays for itself in not just the plat, but in other resources as well. When playing the arbitration mission, when just going through it and completing rounds, the arbitration missions per round has a chance of dropping up to 1,000 to 1,500 endo per round, right? And if you notice, we're getting galvanized mods, and it costs quite a lot to upgrade these mods to max, right? So when going through the arbitration missions, playing through it, and you're getting comfortable just playing through the missions here and there, you're going to be getting both essences, and you're going to be getting endo as well, either through just the raw endo, or you can actually pick up sculptures per rotation round. So both ways you'll be earning endo, which will actually help you by the time you're ready to go sell these mods, to actually upgrade the mods to max and sell them to players for a higher amount of plat. So the reason I like this mod the reason I like this farm the most personally is because, just like I said, I can kind of farm the essences. I can just have a surplus of them in the back, and then I can actually go out and buy the mods. And as I just play the missions regularly, I'm earning a lot of endo, which actually helps me actually upgrade the mods. So if you're lacking on endo, you can kind of use this as an endo farm as well, and help build up your endo. And at the same time, you're hoping to build up your essences to buy these mods. So it kind of pays for itself by just playing the mission as sorts. Now, to get into some tips on how you can actually increase your chances of getting more essences. So when you're playing the base arbitration missions, like I said, you'll be picking up 1 essence at a time. To help yourself get more of a chance of having more essences, if you don't have plat to get these, you can get these through a variety of means, like through the sorties or other means, but I would recommend to pick up a booster pack if you can. It's not a big deal if you can't, the grind will be a little bit slower, but typically I like to have a booster pack of the resource booster pack, so I can have 2 times the chance of all my pickups being just double of what they would normally be, meaning that when I go out and pick up an essence that dropped, instead of getting 1, I'm getting 2 per time, right? So the grind I'm getting double the resources per drop, so it's a bit more easier and not as much of a drag, right? This doesn't apply to the rotation drops, meaning that if you get the rotation drop and where it typically gives you 3 essences, you won't get 6. It will still be free. The resource drop chance does not affect the rotation. It only affects the literal drops of the enemies that you kill in game. So that's a little note there. If you guys also get another resource booster pack where it increases the chance of your enemies dropping more resources, has a chance to drop more resources per death, then having both these booster packs are amazing. So this would be the orange one, and this would also be the blue one. The double pickups and the increased drop chance. With both these boosters combined, I typically find myself getting quite a few Vitreous essences per game. In return, helping me get a lot more mods to actually buy, and also return, the enemies dropping more endo and help me just grind a little bit more endo as that time goes on. So yeah, now that you know what to farm, where to farm it, and how to obtain everything that you need, let's talk about actually selling the mods. So when I sell the mods, since ever these mods have come out, I've been selling them for practically the same price for people. I've almost become like the galvanized mods vendor in the game. But yeah, so when I sell the base galvanized mods, I typically sell them for about 40 plat, and when I max them out, I typically sell a maxed out galvanized mod for about 60 plat, which is quite fair. So this is how much I sell it for, and you can just post those in chat, and you can expect to be making roughly between 40-60 plat per trade, depending on the mods, depending on the level of the mod that you be selling. And yeah, so this is the way that I be making plat in the game, my primary method of how I be making plat in the game. I hope you guys find this really interesting. I hope you found this kind of informative. If there's literally any questions you want to know, leave it in the comments below. And yeah, like I said, there are a variety of different ways of farming plat in the game, like corrupted mods, prime parts, and etc. If you guys want to know other methods of farming plat in the game, then I'm more than happy to explain and go through that. But again, this is my personal method. This is where I've made the most amount of plat, and for me it's not as much of a drag, as I just find it more of an enjoyable, but more of a relaxing grind I can just do, not really thinking, and know that I'm earning both resources in the background as well. So yeah, I hope this video was informative. I hope this video helped you in some way. If you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments, and if you like the video or not, don't really care. All that good stuff. All right guys, I'll speak to you later. Bye.